First up, though, I want to take you back. Can you remember back to your school days? Do you remember that naughty child at the back of the classroom just sort of niggling away, and the teacher lets him get away with it, and then he niggles a bit more, and then he starts to muck about, and then he's annoying in the corridors, and he's always allowed to get away with it. And so that emboldens him. And then, sure enough, he starts to nick the odd pen, and then he gets away with a little bit of shoplifting in the shop round the corner, and so it goes on. All of a sudden, he's shoplifting. Then he started to deal in cigarettes and drugs and being a right pain, frankly, at school. All because there was not a policy of zero tolerance. The teachers let him get away with it. You see where I'm going with this? Now apply that to what we've seen since October the 7th with the marches. In the very first march, well, the very first demonstration on October the 9th, I was there. You had the placards, you had a little bit of noise and the flags. I spoke to some of them. They weren't very keen on condemning Hamas. And all of a sudden, because they were allowed to get away with it then, and so it grows, they felt emboldened. We saw more placards. And then we came with the chanting, the vile anti-Semitic chanting from the river to the sea. No one did anything. I said, we've got to stop this. But no, the police said, it's fine. Well, it's turned out not to be fine, has it? Because they felt emboldened. And so they went on. The placards got worse. The chants got worse. The attacks got worse. The abuse got worse. You see where this is going? If you don't stamp on it, minute one, day one, this is where we're at. Patrick Christie last night was literally almost attacked. Thank heavens he had a security guard. He's been at it again today. It ended last night with the police rushing to protect the cenotaph that was exposed. And so these protesters, I'm going to call them as they are, the pro-Hamas supporters, they climbed other war memorials instead. You see where all this is going? Now, a few weeks ago, Nigel asked an extraordinary question. He said, is it possible we could see a religious war here in the United Kingdom? Just listen to this.
Just wonder, and maybe it is a very strong thought, but I just wonder, are we heading towards some form of religious war? Give me your thoughts.
How depressing. I mean, that felt such an extraordinary question for any of us to ask here in the UK. But I have to say, things are looking really bad. And today, because they've been emboldened, these people, guess what's happening? It's not enough with the placards, the chants. No, now they're after the children. Yes, children, school children in East London are being taken out of class. They're being given the afternoon off so that they can go and demonstrate pro-Hamas support. Here we are. Just take a look and a listen to this.
Palestine! You did it right! To the sea! Palestine will be free! To the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine!
Palestine.
Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! 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 Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine!
Disgusting. That's what it is. Disgusting. The reason we had to blur that out was because they were all children. Children being used to chant anti-Semitic songs like that. I mean, it's unbelievable. What in God's name is going on? How have we allowed this? I'll tell you how we've allowed it. Because we've emboldened them by being weak with feeble two-tier policing. I'm telling it as it is. If they hadn't allowed these marches, this wouldn't be going on. Where does this stop? How many more classes of children up and down the country within the next week or so will be given time off? It's unbelievable. Absolutely shocking.